both. What are we doing here?
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. So I just so for the record, I've never used this grinder and I've never used this machine to brew espresso. So we're gonna see. Our recipe is 20, 30, 40.
Yours is 20, 30, 40?
20 grams in, pulled for 28 to 32 seconds, yielding about 40 grams of liquid gold.
Man,
I
you
know,
did this
man.
whole thing
Sorry.
wrong, bro.
You do. I did 22. You was doing 18.
I did 18, I did 16, you
Yeah.
did 22. I did 20 the other day and it actually wasn't bad when I made my macchiato.
So
But I figured I just needed to double it.
I'm making a little bit more here. So I'm just checking right now to make sure. So what I'm looking at is like grind size on this, and I know it can all kind of look the same, but you kind of want it to look like sand almost. And so this is, we'll see how this ends up packing at the end of the day, but
So is that not fine enough?
that's where I'm saying, like, some of these grinders, they don't actually get it fine enough. Like, if it depends on your, people are like, oh, I got an espresso grinder. I'm like, what was the brand? And they tell you, like, did you get that at Walmart? Like, because like it doesn't get fine enough, you know.
Interesting.
So that's where like you can get into some really pricey equipment on these espresso grinders, and people are like, well, I need a bolt grinder and an espresso grinder, and it's like, well, it depends on how serious you.
Take your coffee.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna try this here though. So we're on one on this here. We'll give it a try. So, yep.
I don't know which one is which, so.
Well, so first thing, you're gonna want to make sure you have this locked in here to get it hot. So when you have it cold and you're taking a really hot beverage over a cold metal, it can start to pull some weird flavors out of it. There's some weird reaction stuff that happens. So make sure that you have everything heated up. So that's why you see all those cups on top of the machines at the shops. They're getting them all warm.
That makes sense.
Keep it all really warm.
So does that also mean, because I remember this one lady told me to run a cycle through it without.
I like to. I always like I when I come in the morning, like my first thing, and this is gonna take a while to heat up, but like I purge everything. I turn it's just tons of steam, you know, flying everywhere. I got all the dials on. It's all running, you know, because I'm like, I want it, whatever was in that boiler inside of there in this little bomb, you know, it's like I'm trying to purge that out of its system, make sure that it's nice and clean. It's got like fresh water, you know. So.
Tip your baristas.
Okay, guys. Look, we're going through this espresso situation, so we're going to learn something today.
All right. And we may need this to give it a minute to heat up here.
Yeah. Well, this thing is supposed to fit perfect on there. Which one would you use? I guess
I like, this is called a bottomless portafilter. So this is these are called portafilters. So then you've got your basket, which is in your portafilter. You can buy different baskets to get different extraction.
Yeah.
I'm really into this right now. Like at the shops, I've got different screens that go on the top down here that disperse water a little bit more evenly, a little bit more methodically. Like my baskets are going to be deeper, they're going to be thicker, they're made of like, surgical grade, steel. And I mean, it gets pretty nerdy pretty quick. So I like the bottomless because you can actually watch where to see it extract. Not to get too far into this because this will take us all night, but if I dump this grind into here, and you'll see a lot of times people go like this. It's called channeling, and water is always going to take the path of least resistance. So when you're doing this, you're creating little micro fractures all over your grind. If you're bumping it, if you're tapping it, if you're moving it around before you lock it in and press start, that water is going to find that channel. It's going to go down quicker, and it's going to extract that area a lot differently than say like over here.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? So like now you have water not getting evenly dispersed around your bed of coffee. So then you won't get all the flavor. You'll get some bitters and you'll get some sweets but what we do in the industry when we train everybody is we call it the salami shot. So every 2 seconds we have a cup and we'll move it out of the way. So you'll have all these cups at the end of it and you go down and you try them. Where it starts off as like really astringent, like whoa, that's horrible, and by the end of it, it's like whoa, that's also awful, but on the opposite end of the spectrum. So it'll be bitter and sweet, and what we're trying to find is balance, right? So when they give you those dumb little Demi-Tasse spoons, and you're like, why the hell are they giving me this spoon? You ever ask me?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking
I have
about?
no clue.
That tiny little spoon that you're like, I gotta put my pinky up and
Yeah, and I know what you're talking about,
Right.
but yeah, just
it's
to stir the
it all
espresso,
together
yeah.
because it's in layers, and so what you're trying
I
to
thought
do
that
is
was to stir the sugar cube.
no, well, I mean,
Dang.
it can be, but it's meant so that you can stir the liquid and mix it all, blend it all together. Sometimes you'll see baristas do one of these and then serve it just to blend it for you.
Oh,
But
so they basically like roll it almost like
almost,
kind of,
yeah, almost. But that just depends on the shop. If they're giving it to you with a demi-tasse spoon and a sidecar of like sparkling water, you're like, I've got expectations now. I know what you're up to.
So that's
Like,
not a good thing then if they give you that.
no, it's good. It's like you better deliver though, because
Okay.
I'm going to judge you a lot harder if you're coming in with the guns.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you're serving, you're trying to give me the whole setup, and
I got you.
you better. I'm watching. I'm going to talk to your boss.
You gonna use this one instead?
So, I'm going to try it. We'll give it a go. You got to start somewhere, you know.
Hey.
So we're not going to analysis paralysis thing, but we're gonna sit here and we'll get one of these. We're still waiting for this thing to heat up. We're only
How
at
do you
2.
want it?
It'll tell me in just a second here. I'm sure. I would
200, I
imagine.
think, is the top.
Yeah, 200 is where it tops out right now. Unless
Okay,
we need
cool.
to adjust it.
Nope, that's fine. So I'm gonna tear this guy right now. So we're at 0, and then I'm gonna. I got
You know that, right?
what?
It sits on there perfect. You know that, right?
Just flip it upside down.
Oh, nice. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But it's not. I didn't grind 20 grams. I did a lot more. You might. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? Here goes the bucket, and the bucket ain't been used yet.
Yeah. No, I did a lot more. So here, let me see it. Thank you.
We can
All right.
save. There we go. Look at that. That's good. That's leftover coffee.
Well, it's gonna be way too fine, but that's all right. So now we're looking at 19.9. All right, we're right there at the 20 grams. So
What
20,
is this
30
thing for? This is a real question.
Oh man, see that's one of those tools that like I don't really care about. Like
Oh, doesn't matter.
people spend a lot of money on that to like fluff your espresso and they sit here and they touch everything, and all the accoutrements that like. So it's like that's not. That's for a small one, that's not for the same size. So it's,
Oh, here you go.
well, no, I'm just saying like that's where this is called a distributor. It's another one of those tools. We use these, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to get all your coffee kind of evenly dispersed, and then I'm going to set it here. And what you want is about 20 pounds of pressure, and you want to go straight up and down. But this has a ridge on it, so. This is only allowing me to get so. I wish I could go a little bit. Like I wish it would let me push a little harder. Just a little bit.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I thought that's
think it
Swiss.
is.
Yeah.
It does, but that's where I'm like you kind of feel it after a while, and it's like when like this is. I don't think it got it as fine. So I wanted to push a little harder than like 20 pounds.
And you
of
used one, so one in your mind wasn't fine enough, and that's the finest grind.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It depends on the grinder
Dang,
too.
we was doing like 2.1.
Yeah,
I'm
so
trash.
that's where we'll see, because like we're sitting here, and it's like it depends on my time. So we're gonna lock this guy in here, put this under.
Is that
and
big
we're
enough?
gonna press.
Timer popping on there too.
Oh, nice. So if you look under here, like it's already there. It comes. Yeah, right on time too. Nice. This is gonna be a good shot. Let's see how.
You gotta stop it because it'll keep going.
Oh, I know. No, I'm. So we're
This
going.
is an expert. What are you talking about?
28 to 32 seconds. See, we got all this crema coming. So all this is all that. It's going to be a little fresher. 28, 30. All right. So this is where we find out what just happened. So this is actually mostly, this is what I care about the most. It's a little over extracted. So we're hitting at 50. So I need to slow it down by having either a harder tamp or a finer grind to slow it down because it ran a little bit over in 30 seconds. It's still gonna be a good shot. It's still gonna be fine.
But we were looking for 40, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm like, it's
Oh,
a sweet
damn.
spot where I've done and I just try to keep it simple where it's like I design it with roasting, with extraction, with that in mind, so that when you hit that 40 mark, which is kind of a classic like double shot, and you taste it and you're like, that tastes like straight up chocolate. That don't even taste like coffee.
Jesus.
Damn.
But
Jesus.
that one will still be
Talking about
all
some
right.
missteps.
Yeah.
Miss Steps, boy, I took all the wrong steps, man. I'm on the wrong road. This is good. Guys, stay tuned because we're going to try this next, man.
Man.
All right, check this out, y'all. We all taking a little sip of this here. Bo put us on game. Part of the game is to,
I don't know, man. It might be kind of tangy.
look, you probably already know, bro. Here, hold on. Let me give you some more. Y'all some coffee heads. Y'all can survive. I didn't drink about 3 cups full with Bo today.
Yeah, right? We're already pretty juiced.
Oh, yeah. Man, and where does that tang come from, Bo?
So that's going to be a lighter roast. So if we get a darker roast in there, that's where it's like it'll be a little less acidic, a little less tangy, you know, and you can start getting some of those caramels in there and start really playing around with some of the roasting styles of it. So that's where like some people say like, hey, where's your espresso roast? And it's like, espresso's not a roast. Espresso is a machine. It's an extraction style.
method, yeah.
But that's where like just gently educating people when they
That's
come
a
in
nice,
asking
unique
for
silky
like,
texture too
you
on
have
the tongue.
a caramel macchiato, and I'm like, oh, you mean like, do you want something this big or do you want something this big? And it's like I can just do hand motions. I don't have to be like, well, technically, a macchiato is just Italian for marked with milk, you know. And we only do a traditional 4-ounce cup of coffee here, or you probably want what's called a caramel macchiato, and Starbucks ruined it. And so you go into this dialogue about like how Starbucks has a different language.
It
It's
doesn't.
like they wanted something like this.
That's right.
So it's like they wanted something with cream and sugar in it. They didn't want something tiny and like. So we have a spot in the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art. We get a lot of smaller
I
beverages.
literally remember the Dustin's Museum.
Yeah, so it's like we get a lot of people who come through who are from Europe, and they're all ordering different sizes, smaller. So
Oh, guys, look, we just got proof that we've done this all wrong. And even more importantly, the grind. I said it matters. Now I know it matters because he knew to look for the sand approach. And I tell you, that was so granular in his experience. So it's like, damn, now I got to get another grinder, man.
it's all right. I'll bring one next time. It's like a hand grinder, and we'll just do it all manual because that's when you start to learn and you start to get a feel for it, and you're like, this is why the tactile version of doing it. It's like if you're going to learn to draft and do architecture, it's like learning how to draft on a board. You know, if you're going to go learn how to do media, it's like learn how to do this on a traditional. Learn how light and angles and
All that
this
stuff, guys.
you know?
Hell of a day today, man. I couldn't look. Days like this, you don't pray for, you work for.